Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to TED Talk Night. My name is Ian Weatherman, and I'll be your MC tonight.
The first thing the Wright brothers ever tried to get to fly was a motor-powered kite, but it didn't fly because it wouldn't lift off the ground. But they kept on trying and trying to fulfill their dream. They never gave up until they were finally able to fly. Another example of someone who didn't give up was Michael Jordan, who tried out for the basketball team in high school but didn't make it. So every single day he forced himself to shoot 500 free throws to get better. So his next year in high school, when he tried out for the team, he made it. Now I'll talk about some times I didn't give up. Well, I actually about gave up on writing this TED Talk, trying to get started. Finding a topic to do it on was pretty easy, but writing a persuasive talk was hard because I was too focused on how long it had to be or just about writing fast. Now I'll talk about sometimes some people I know didn't give up. One example is kids on my sports teams who struggled figuring out certain areas. Another example is 3 adults that I know that have cancer, one that has had it for 2 years. Another example is my grandma, whose family was struggling for survival when she was a baby, living only in a trailer next to a gas station. But her mom kept on working to make money to buy a better house. The Wright brothers, Michael Jordan, J.K. Rowling, and Billy Misk are great examples of people who never gave up on their dreams. What I want you to go and do is never give up, especially on your dreams. Now go, fulfill your dreams. Thank you.
Creativity. People will think, what's the use of it? My name is Ethan Long, and I have come here to answer that question. My little sister, Natalie, owns a book called Not a Box. It is a book where a rabbit finds a box and he starts to play with it. When he starts to play with the box, the dictator is watching him. And he's just starting to play with it. The dictator said, "Why are you sitting in that box?" And he said, "It's not a box. Don't you see it? I'm driving a race car." The dictator said, "Why are you wearing that box?" And he said, "It's not a box. Don't you see it? I'm a robot." And then he was playing with it some more, and the dictator said, "You're still standing around in that box?" And he said, "It's not a box. It's a tugboat. It's a pirate ship." So why did I use this book to explain creativity? All it has is a dictator, a box, and a rabbit. It's no big fancy book. While I was searching for any books, I would go on to any topic I liked. And the reason this book said creativity to my mind was because he was imagining. He was imagining to be in a spaceship, in a rocket ship. Creativity is one of the most important skills you will ever develop in your life. No animal or supercomputer can match the human creative thinking capability. But what about our lives? How can we be creative? Well, think of names from the past. Edison invented the light bulb, when nobody even thought it was possible. And Da Vinci not only painted the Mona Lisa, but he made tanks and cannons. But we'll never be like them. We're not going to go down in history, but it's only a matter of time before one of us comes up with a great idea that will go in history. We can change the world. We can be leaders. We can become teachers, adventurers, even president. Now I've shown you a lot more about creative thinking, and I hope you take these ideas and you use them well in the future. Also remember the book Not a Box, and remember not to be the dictator, but be the money. Thank you.
There are a bunch of benefits for reading, which I've explained, and just to make it better, it's portable. Books can take you to places you never thought you'd go to. They could bring you to an island, over the sea as a bird. There are so many different ways you can go. If you like writing, reading will help because writing and reading tie into each other. The more you write, the better you read. The better you read, the more you write.
I first got interested in women in voting a few years ago when I watched a movie called Iron Jawed Angels. It is about a woman named Alice Paul who fights for the right to vote. Even though in the end of the movie women get the right to vote, still not very many do. In fact, in the 2012 election, only 55% of women actually did vote. That would be about half. I'm going to tell you why all women should vote. Over winter break, I got a girl named Malala Yousafzai's biography. You might have heard of her before. She won the Nobel Peace Prize and lives in Pakistan. People in Pakistan called the Taliban think that women shouldn't even be able to go to the market or even watch TV. Malala is worried she could just get killed or risk going to a bus to school. So is it so hard for us in America to take probably 10 minutes to cast a ballot compared to what other women go through to the easiest things like going to school? If women didn't have the right to vote, it would be a whole lot harder for any woman to get elected to be president or just to Congress. Women don't even get the same amount of money as men do for doing the exact same job. Women get paid 78 cents for every dollar that men get paid. Things have changed a lot since the times of Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, but there are still some jobs that women haven't done. The first woman football referee started just last year, and the first woman assistant coach in the NFL started yesterday. Voting isn't just a right, it's a responsibility. Women haven't been voting very long, and it's a responsibility women have earned, and we should treat it that way.
Based on how cold it's been lately, most of you may welcome a little global warming right about now. So to warm us up, Maggie Winter is going to share with us about our topic, global warming.
In the future, global warming could change plants and nature, habitat, seasons for growing crops, and it could produce a large spread of pests and diseases. It could also expose millions of people to new diseases and infections. Many scientists believe that global warming is caused by an increase of carbon dioxide in the world and that there's more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere than at any point in the last 800,000 years. The rapid melting of sea ice can affect Adelie and emperor penguins, because they drop off of ice shelves, and so as the ice is melting, they don't have as much food. Polar bears can find food by finding holes in the sea ice, but as the sea ice is melting, it's harder for them to find food. My last one, frogs. They have characteristics which make minor changes in weather hard to survive for them. There's been pollution also, and a fungus that wiped out total frog populations.
It's like creative mode. In this mode, you have an infinite supply of everything. Fish, well, you wouldn't need fish anyway, because there's no health or hunger, pretty much making you invincible. Also, you can fly. Pretty cool. And you're not attacked by any aggressive mobs like zombies. Minecraft's advertising actually costs about this much. I mean, have you ever seen a commercial about Minecraft? Not me. There's also, on YouTube, Minecraft is the #1 most viewed game. Minecraft has 30,800,000,000 views, and Grand Theft Auto, #2, has less than 12 billion. Big difference. Anybody know what Legos are? Yep, I thought so. Well, it's similar to Legos in creative mode because you have everything. And you can build whatever you want, but there's no gravity. Legos fall. There's no mess to clean up. Nobody's stepping on Legos in the living room floor. Ow! I can put dirt in the middle of the sky. If you want to, you can do it. And best of all, I can blow things up.
So, light pollution, the first one, it's about too much light getting in the atmosphere, and so some causes of it would be sports stadiums, they're pretty big, and electric billboards, like advertising things, and then road lights, which make up for 50 to 35% of all light pollution. And when turtles are hatched, they're evolved to go to the brightest spot on the horizon, which is usually the sun reflecting off the water. But instead, they see the city, and they go for the city. And when you go to the city, we all know you end up in the mall, and then we get mall turtles. Oh my gosh, I got my shell polish yesterday. Oh my gosh, my tail. I got my red. I got my red. Oh my gosh, I got my pink. You guys have not tested all. The second kind is air pollution. So there's all kinds of causes for it, but we know most of them. And using energy is making heat, and to use less energy, you turn off lights. Again, nuclear pollution, it does that. Some causes of that. There's nuclear bombs, which haven't happened for a while. Nuclear waste is radioactive, and to be less radioactive, to make less of that, you can use less energy, which by doing that, you can turn off lights. You don't want to drink water that has sewage in it or poison crops. It affects you too, and it affects me, and it affects that fish again, and it affects the world. So play a part in cleaning up the world and turn off your lights.
That concludes our TED Talk night. We hope you have had a great time learning interesting facts about cool topics. On behalf of the Voyagers class, I would like to thank everyone for coming to our TED Talks, and we wish you all a safe drive home.